Hello, all you space cats. It's your resident head of NASA here, Mitch Miller, your host of the Black Hole Podcast. We're in season 3 of the podcast called Technology Startup. And welcome. We're going to talk today about the Periscope internet platform, an update on that, and a little bit about the Utica Bee clothing line. And then I think I'm going to wrap this season of the podcast of season 3. So I just wanted to be clear before we get into this. In the last podcast, I said that Trump made some good points about the media. And, that's because I reached out to the media, a bunch of forms of media, about my investigations, and none of them would talk to me. So speaking of that, if you know anyone, if you have a favorite podcast that isn't this one, and you know someone on a podcast that would want to interview me about my investigations, I'm open to going on other podcasts or talking to the media, but doesn't seem like anyone wants to talk to me, maybe because I am mentally ill. I don't know. Anyway, Trump, like I said, I just want to end this and to be clear, I gave Trump a chance, and I wasn't impressed with his behavior, and I really wish the Republicans would move on from Trump and run a woman for president in 2024. That would be great. The last couple things I want to say about Trump before I move on is, and here's what I say to any Trump supporter is he didn't even try to put term limits on the politicians. He said he was going to drain the swamp, blah, blah, blah. He never even put a bill out that introduced term limits for these Congress people. He didn't try. He never brought it up once during his whole presidency. I watched tons of speeches by him. I watched C-SPAN religiously. He was on all the time. I'd watch his whole speeches. Never once did he say, I'm putting a bill or I'm working with senators to put a bill for term limits. He never tried. He never even tried. And everybody just forgot about what he ran on. And he didn't even try. So he's just like every other politician, in my opinion. So, Trump says he wants to start a social media platform. Hey, why not the Periscope platform? The platform I'm proposing for transparency in elected officials. That's kind of like a social media platform. It allows people to have a voice, politicians and things like that. So why doesn't Trump put money where his mouth is and put money behind this platform? I proposed it. I've been in detail on this podcast about it. I've been trying for over half a year to get it off the ground. So, where is he? I mean, the fact of the matter is he wants a pulpit from which he can bully. And he knows as CEO, I would not let him do that. I would put panels in place for people that speak in manners such as how Trump spoke as he was president. It's just like all these other social media platforms. They're not going to let him bully people anymore. Why would I on my platform? So that's why I don't think he or any of his people have contacted me about starting this platform. But hey, he could be on the board and have his say on it, and we'll vote. We'll vote on it and see what happens. But I don't hear him knocking down my door or giving me a call anytime soon. So moving on. Periscope, the platform, is on a back burner for now. I truly believe that politicians, elected officials, should invest in the platform and get it off the ground. So I'm putting it on a back burner for now. And, the things I keep in mind and I'm going to move on in season 4 coming in January, the next season. I'm going to do a podcast and explain a new idea I have. Still a technology company. The season 4 is still going to be called, or still in the technology startup vein. But it's on a back burner. The thing the new idea is more focused for a tech startup. It starts smaller, and not that Periscope couldn't start small in one county, but this is a little bit more of I think, a better focused idea for what to do. And like I said, I think politicians should invest in Periscope. And when I'm launching Periscope, I have the documents I read. I said I'm releasing the copyrights in all other nations. I'm thinking about how people can do this thing in their own country if they want to get transparency in their government. So, for those trying to start Periscope in your country, you have the operating document. You actually don't, because at the periscope.com website right now, it's kind of a synopsis of the person that started working on it. I've canceled that. I've paid. I've offered to pay out the person that put what's parked at periscope.com now out for the work he's put in, and I'm just changing focus right now. So if you're trying to start this, don't give up. Here's what I think is a better strategy. I'm going to start a Facebook group. Let the big dogs handle the privacy issues and stuff at first of a startup. I'm going to start a Facebook group called Periscope. And, that way, if people join this group, I can show politicians, hey, there's 1,000 people that want you to do this. There's 10,000 people. There's 1,000,000 people. There's 200 million people. Hey, maybe there's 1 billion people out there that want the Periscope platform. They all join the group, and I have the stats right there. So you could always have Periscope, Periscope Germany, Periscope France, Periscope, wherever, that Facebook group to show how many people in each individual country want the Periscope platform. So start a Facebook group. I'm going to use Periscope. You can use Periscope. You can use a dog in your language and scope, whatever you want to name your website. And you can purchase a website with Builder software. That's how I have my 2 websites. I purchased the GoDaddy website and the website builder so that I can customize and create my own website. Anybody can do it that has any kind of grew up with computers at all. It's very simple. So start a Facebook group, buy a website. I have 2 websites, and I pay roughly $150 for each of them, about $300 a year to maintain those 2 sites. So I'm going to, since I already have those 2 websites, I do own the periscope.com domain name, but I'm not going to buy a website builder for that. I already have 2 sites. They don't get a lot of traffic. I'm going to use the Mitch for Mayor site to put the Periscope founding documents up verbatim, how I read them on here, so that you can copy, paste, put it on your own sites. Like I said, I release the copyright to my original documents to anyone outside of the United States. And then on that website, I'm going to put a link to the Facebook group. So you have your website, you have your link to the Facebook group. You can put whatever else on there you want to put on your website. You have your Facebook group. You can either link my Periscope Facebook group or your own Facebook Periscope group, or both. And then what my next step is going to be is reaching out to politicians, writing them emails, directing them to my Mitch for Mayor site. It's going to be on a tab. It's not going to be on the front page. You'll have to go to the Periscope tab to see all the documents and see what this is all about. But I'm going to reach out to politicians. I'm strategic, so I'm going to reach out in a strategic way. You might want to just blanket reach out to politicians. And hopefully they invest and make their country and their government more transparent, more geared towards direct democracy, more accountable to the people. So moving on to the Utica Bee clothing line. I talked about the old shirt line. This is an old shirt embroidered on old polo shirts I get from thrift stores. But the heart of this company is custom clothing, custom for disabled people. All profits will go towards subsidizing clothing for disabled people, and customizing, maybe hemming certain clothes and stuff like that to make it look a little bit better. So we're talking custom clothing, and I want to talk about church jeans. Okay? Church jeans, I'm just calling them that, but they're jeans with holes in them, or holy jeans, get it? Church jeans, holy jeans. They seem to be popular for the past couple years. Jeans with holes around the knees and on the thighs and stuff. So here's what I'm proposing. You have the old shirt line and you have the church jeans, custom church jeans made for you. Send me a pair of your jeans and I'll shoot holes in them using my grandpa's crossbow. So I might retire the crossbow from hunting. I might still use it. It's up to you. But I'll shoot holes in the jeans. Email me, get an estimate on your customized jeans and your old shirt. And, guys, you could send me an old polo shirt. I can embroider old shirt on there for a price. And you could send your girlfriend or wife's jeans in at the same time, all one package, all one shipping, one way. The estimate will include shipping coming out back to you. I'll send you a picture of your jeans with crossbow bolts sticking out of it. And I'll ship them back. Again, all profits go to subsidizing clothing for disabled people. So that's one avenue, an idea, an artist making custom clothing for you. Get an estimate. It's not going to be cheap, but it's not going to be outrageous either, because we want to put a fair profit margin in there, and I wouldn't mind getting paid a little bit for my time, but that's to be voted on by the people that vote in the Utica Bee group, which I've started. I'm going to invite more people to the Utica Bee group. Look for the Periscope group to be founded in hopefully this weekend, and I'll update my Mitch for Mayor website this weekend, hopefully, if I have time. So I'd like to thank my sponsors, Neon Grouse. Go to neongrouse.com or neongrouse.com/Utica_B. That's the store. I only have one shirt up there right now, but we're working on getting other designs up, working on the old shirt design in the new year. Not much to report as far as profit so far on selling shirts this year. I've spent some money on Amazon, becoming an Amazon seller. So if you look up Utica Bee on Amazon, you can see some shirt designs I have on there. I also have an Etsy page, Utica Bee, my paintings, an old book that I wrote, a novel that I had 400 copies printed of. Very small print, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Those are for sale on my Etsy page, Utica Bee, and along with some t-shirt designs. So thanks always to Krabby Kelly's. They've ordered some short shirts through me, and Krabby Kelly's in Utica, Pennsylvania. Get your STDs at Krabby Kelly's. That's snacks, tobacco, and drinks. And French Creek Farms, always a supporter of everything I do. And then I'll just close out with the Disability TV media company. That's another company I've started. I've posted hikes, handyman videos, biking, kayaking. It's a YouTube channel, but it's under the name Disability and last name TV. Subscribe to that if you would and share it. Watch hikes through the winter months when it's dreary. Mute the sound. I narrate on some of them for visually impaired people. Mute the sound and play your favorite nature sounds, and it's a great time. I have some ideas coming up in the new season for a couple reality show ideas I have that could be developed by the Disability TV Media Company. It's a media company for disabled people, by disabled people. And thanks for listening. I'll try to keep this under 15 minutes. Join me in January when I start season 4 of the Black Hole Podcast. Thanks as always for listening, and take care.